We'll be starting off in just 2 seconds here between Team AMD, pureball, and pGeTched from Canada. Orcs versus humans, Radio ITG at the World Cyber Games 2004. And we are go here with the Orcs straight away, getting into that gold mine, getting their buildings set up. Straight up, just due north of them are the humans of pGeTched. It will be pGeTched as the humans, it will be pureball as the Orcs, already spawning up more Orcs, getting down his Orc Burrow and his Altar of Storms, as well as looking above, we have an Altar of Kings being built by the peasants, who are also constructing a barracks right now. I guess it's not going to be Twisted Meadow like pureball was initially informed, but the game continues anyway, and it looks like gold mines being used. Up goes a farm as well. Both teams pretty much building similar forms of units right now. Up goes the Orc Burrow and the Altar of Storms, and as we look around, we have yet more Orcs being trained and the barracks going up as well. And this game should be kicking off any moment now. Well, the team should be scouting any moment now. Of course, the game has already kicked off. And it looks like some of the peasants may be moving on out. And we're on Knollwood right now here at Radio ITG Warcraft 3. This is our 5th game today, and I believe it'll be the last today. More coming up tomorrow here. Up goes the barracks, almost near construction. Seeing a lot of choice for humans today. Now we have a militia going out from the base, going due west. Now the bases are both very close to one another. We are just what, I don't know, half map each to one another, due north and due south of one another, and neither team have taken the option to go north or south. They've all gone west, straight across the left hand side of the map, and going to be a while before either of them find the other one. Now looking further across, we have more buildings being built. We have an Archmage being trained at the Altar of Kings. As always, the Archmage has been an ever-present in today's proceedings. Down at the Orc base, we have a Farseer being constructed, as well as another Orc Burrow going straight up. We have the barracks training up some Grunts as well, and taking a look around. The scouts are yet to find anything, and that's because they've gone across to the map. They've gone across to the part of the map that really isn't in much use at the moment. Anyway, looking around, more going out. Here comes the Archmage, straight away going south, going with his footmans. 2 footmans there, spawns up a water elemental, and now the creep team can begin taking on some Gnoll brutes, as well as taking down some Gnoll poachers. The creeps cannot really, don't have much to say, and the Archmage is beginning to level up. Already he goes up to about a third of level 1, making his way down across, takes down another. Slowly but surely pushing on up. Grunt just passes the Archmage behind him. The Archmage doesn't see it, and is he going to follow it up? Yes, he is. He's going to follow it straight up, back up to his base. The question is, has the Grunt seen the base itself? I don't believe it does. It has. I think it went straight beneath it. However, now it's doubling back. It's taking fire from the Archmage. Pureball's getting that Grunt out of there, being chased by the Footman. The Grunt is somewhat undecided. Now the Footman back away with the Archmage. They don't believe the base was seen, and the Water Elemental is still waiting across. Now we have our Farseer up and moving around. We have a Gnoll Warden and a Gnoll Assassin just following him behind. And it looks like finally the Peasant has gone straight around the map. He has circumnavigated the globe, so to speak, right here. And as he does so, he's going to get met full on by the Farseer and his Spirit Wolves. Oh no, the Spirit Wolves diverting across, taking down some Gnoll Assassins and some Gnoll Wardens right next to this Goblin Merchant. As they do so, the Gnoll Assassin putting a few shots back to the Farseer, who levels up. And it looks like we have had a little push going on to the base. The Archmage just backed around to the base. Now going to meet up with that Grunt that we saw earlier. Still about 600 health, and he backs away before the Footmen see him. Now, looks like the Farseer is going to back away to his base now, looking at his level, and he has about 2/3 up to a level 2, and he's taking on some more creeps here at another Goblin Merchant south of the map. More creeping going on from both teams, as they're both fighting it out at separate Goblin Merchants now. Both of them taking it to the creeps, making their way around, and so far, Tank Pureball's Grunt has in fact gotten away. We've got more Grunts coming around. We've got 3 or 4 Grunts and the Farseer, and they're going to take on the Footman straight away. They're just going to double back and take it to the Archmage and the humans. Orcs now backing away towards their base, doubling back, fire up some Spirit Wolves, and here they come. It's the Water Elementals against the Spirit Wolves. It is the hero versus hero. We have 1 level 2 hero. Now we have a 2nd level 2 hero. The Archmage levels up, and the Grunts of the Spirit Wolves are down. Grunts still up in full flight, and they are taking it to this Water Elemental now. But the Archmage coming from behind takes a few shots off. Not much damage done to either of the 3 Grunts that are up. The Farseer has back all the way back into the base. He is down to about 272 HP. And now we are seeing The Archmage getting out of there, still up pretty much at full HP. Going to take on the creeps right outside the center of this base. Is that a wise idea? They could easily get creep jacked right at the start of this match. We've got two null poachers left alive though, and both level 1s, and both not going to put up much of a challenge towards the Archmage, who deals with them both quite happily. Now, here come the grunts once again, though. A little late on the creep jack. There are 3 or 4 grunts going at them with the Farseer right behind, doubling back towards their base. But here comes the Archmage, leading the charge straight in towards that base. Takes a little scout, sees what's been built up. Nothing so far. Stronghold has not been is not under construction. Keeper is just upgrading right now as I speak, and they're going to go for an automatic upgrade towards the castle as well. And he is very keen to get himself up to level 3. Looking across towards the heroes, we have got from the Altar of Kings, we've got a Mountain King going up at second stage. We have a great big amount of peasants moving around in the base, of course. More so than I would say orcs moving around in the base. The Archmage is now being outnumbered. His footmen are falling right down in the south base on tag pureball. His orcs are slowly, his grunts are slowly surrounding the footmen, and around they go. The Archmage is going to back on out. The pureball elemental is under damage as well, but the Farseer has flanked him around and has gone around the wood, and they're now going to try and trap in the Archmage, who has taken damage left, right, and center, and he's trying to flee the scene. Farseer putting some shots in his back. Archmage moving away down to about 270 HP, and away goes the footman back up to his base. Now, looking across, we have more footmen who have come across. We don't see any attempt at any form of an expansion so far. As I just scroll around, I see nothing so far. Now, we have a bit of a force coming up. We also have a Tauren Chieftain that has been spawned, as well as a level 2 Farseer, and that is for Team AMD Pureball. Looking across, we have got the castle being constructed. We have got, from the Altar of Kings, we've got another mountain. We have got a Mountain King as well that has been spawned. So both sides are at a level 2 hero and a level 1 hero, and are going to go around for some more creeping. There's a big creep right in the center of the map that they're going to go at, right at the gold mine, and it looks like there's going to be a bit of creep jacking. It's the red team coming in from behind. Team AMD Pureball is going to have to be aware of that, because coming from behind is... Oh no, he's going straight for the base. In fact, doubles back, going towards the base. The Archmage is going to lead the charge in, going to take it towards the Spirit Lodge, spawns up a water elemental, and is going to just begin the assault on the base. The Orcs are going to probably double back into the Orc Burrow if they were to lose any health, but so far the peons are in good shape, and down goes that Spirit Lodge before anything can happen to it. Now the Water Elemental's still up and going. We're going to lose an Orc Burrow now that's in construction. The War Mill has just been constructed before the forces can get towards it. So far, though, the peons are still in full swing in their mining abilities. Tauren Chieftain taking damage, putting it out there, though, just taking foul swoops at any footman he can, and as he does so, he's getting very close to leveling up to level 2. We have a town portal called by the Archmage, and he's going to get his forces out of there before the Farseer can get to them. Now we have, I would say, 4 to 5 grunts in and around the area. Taking a look up at the base, really there are only 2 or 3 footmen, just 2 footmen there. I don't see any other ground units being spawned up. Of course, now we are up to the castle level here, and looking at the economy of both teams, well, it has to be said, pGeTched's economy is looking a bit weak. Only 65 gold, doing fine in the wood department though. And now the Tauren Chieftain is giving chase to the Archmage, who is getting the heck out of there. We have some sorceresses coming in to lend a hand. The Water Elemental just spawns up. Tauren Chieftain and the Farseer going to go straight through the front door of the base. Here they go. They're losing health straight away. 2 sorceresses taking damage, and the Mountain King has not leveled up at all in this game, and he is taking damage as we speak. Now, as it continues, we have more footmen leading chase to the grunts who are trying to get out of this base. Now, that's a bad move if you ask me, because right now they have severe numerical advantage and they need to press it. Tauren Chieftain pushing straight into that base. He is very close to leveling up to level 2. Taking some more swoops at the footman and at that Mountain King, who has lost about 50% of his health. And the Farseer notices that and is taking a battle to him, as are the grunts. The Mountain King, still at level 1, is taking damage. He's having to run the heck away, and he is just moving back towards his base for comfort. And now the grunts are still taking it inside this base. As they continue, the Tauren Chieftain is leveling up. The Stonebreaker is going to go down, and oh, not so good there by the Mountain King as he falls down for Stonebreaker. And now it looks like the level 2 Archmage is having to retreat well back into his base, because he has the the cover of the Arcane Tower that is, well, forced the grunts to retreat. Now, he's followed the grunts straight as they've gone out of the base, and they have just turned around and they're taking swipes with this Tauren Chieftain, down about 50% of his health. The Farseer as well is, Farseer's health is pretty much full, and looking around, they're in a fairly good position right now. The yellow team of Team AMD pureball going up against pGeTched from Canada. So it's the UK versus Canada here in Warcraft 3. And now we have a level 1 Paladin taking it to the back grunt of pureball. Now looking around, we have Shaman built up as well. And just scrolling around, they're going to retreat back to their base. No creeping going on right now. Of course, this is very close. We have one base that is within touching distance of another base here on Knollwood. Now, you're listening to Radio ITG at the World Cyber Games 2004 in San Francisco. Powered by GameCloud. Now, looking around, we have some more creeping going on by pGeTched, who's taking it towards the mercenary camp, taking on some rock golems and assassins. Easily outnumbered, and the assassin is going to fall very quickly here on the left-hand side. Rock Goblin still in fine shed, and the Paladin is taking it straight to him, as is the Knight as well. Knight in shining armor taking it straight to that Golem, and they are all going to surround the Golem, do their deed, and he is destroyed. And they pick up the reward and move away swiftly. Now, looking at the bottom-hand side, it looks like the Farseer is going to lead the charge with the Tauren Chieftain straight into another set of Rock Golem and Troll Berserker. pureball leading the charge, already taken down one Troll Berserker, and as he does so, he will clear the way for an expansion towards a gold mine, which I would guess he would favor, but I have no way of knowing. Anyway, moving across straight into the base comes pGeTched, and in fact he's not going for the base, he's going for the respawn Kondo Beast, and as he does so, the Kondo Beast doubles back and is going to take it towards the Mountain King and the Paladin, who are both taking swipes at him. That Kondo Beast is about to fall any second now as the shots come raining down upon him. Kondo Beast falls, and here comes the town portaling home forces. The Spirit Wolves are going to dissipate, and the Farseer is going to spawn up two more of those, and slowly, pureball has recovered his base, and really not much of an attack done to the base, just losing one Kondo Beast. Tauren Chieftain up to about level 2 2/3. The action is kicking off once again on the front door to pureball's base. The level 2 Tauren Chieftain just taking swipes at anything he can see. The Priest is the nearest thing to him, but the Tauren Chieftain has taken some damage. He's got the Endurance Aura, and as he moves around, we've got more fire coming in from the Archmage, which is now up to level 3. Here comes the Farseer as well on the back of the action, but the Tauren Chieftain has fallen, and the pendulum has swung once again here. It looks like pGeTched has swung his numerical disadvantage into his favor now. But coming at the back of the battle, it's the Shamans. We've got 3 or 4 Shamans trying to make their way in towards the battle. And now, I'm not sure whether the Priests are going to follow the action in, or whether they are just going to stay on the whether they're going to stay out of the base and they're going to back off. In fact, no, they are going to follow the action in. The whole unit is going to move on into the base, led by the Archmage, led also by the Mountain King, straight to the back of the base. The peons have retreated to the Orc Burrows, arrows coming out of them, doing damage to the heroes that are moving around. The Paladin up to level 2, down to just about 200 HP, and the grunts are falling as well, though. Another grunt is about to fall any second now as the Archmage rains the terror in down upon him. Some of the peons are still trying to bravely get some gold up, and believe you me, they need the gold because they've lost a lot of units already. But pGeTched is right on the backhand side of pureball's base. The fortress is still secure quite happily, but the peons are taking a heck of a lot of damage. Here comes the Farseer with some dire wolves. Down goes another one of the dire wolves, and so far pGeTched is in a very good position. He can easily get, he is quite badly cornered though, and he's going to have to, if the attack were to come in, he would have to get himself right out the front hand side, and he could get blocked in. Here comes the Tauren Chieftain, revived, and he has cornered another one of the entrances out, and it looks like the Knight is going to take it straight to that Tauren Chieftain, who has already lost 400 hit points, and looking a little bit worse for wears now. As they move around, we've got these sorceresses and priests right on the outside of the battle, and as they move back on in, the Knight is going to lead the charge in. The peons are taking damage as well. They're still bravely trying to get the gold, and another one of the peons falls, but the Shaman's coming back around. 2 Kondo Beasts moving on up, and as the units have been spawned, so has Team AMD pureball's attack defense strengthened. But you have to say, pGeTched has been in this base for a long time. And here comes some reinforcements in the shape of a Griffin Rider coming in from above the trees. And they're going to take it. I'm surprised that they haven't made more of an attack on the fortress, because they're in a very strong position, sitting right next to it. And the Orc Burrows cannot do any damage to it. And as I speak, one of the Orc Burrows gets decimated there. Good games being set by both teams. And it looks like pGeTched from Canada has taken the victory over Team AMD pureball of the United Kingdom. And what a close game that was. Over in just 15 minutes, pGeTched really made it count as he just sat himself right in the base of pureball. And that is game, set, and match to pGeTched from Canada. And good game set by both teams. Looking at the scores, pGeTched was about 10,000 above pureball in the overall score. And most of that coming in the hero score, just keeping them alive longer. And the Tauren Chieftain was played a very good game as the second hero to that to the Farseer. Now, that is it for our coverage of Warcraft 3 today, I believe. We have seen 5 games today of Warcraft 3. We have seen NWCAF from Italy take the victory over the Romanian Rush Me Please. We then saw Chobo from Kazakhstan go down to Lady from South Korea. Then we saw the French SK Faxi take on Hasu Hasi and coming out victorious. Then we saw 420 from 3WD from Bulgaria take down Venom of Turkey. And then lastly, we saw pureball get decimated by the Canadian pGeTched. And tomorrow we have another packed schedule of about 5 Warcraft 3 games. So keep it here on Radio ITG, powered by GameCloud. And this is Warcraft 3 done for the day.